What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Rogue Painter channel. Bit of a short video hopefully today, as I know there are plenty of unboxing videos already on YouTube and you guys are probably getting a bit bored of seeing them now. But as a up and coming new YouTube channel, I do obviously need to try and get some viewers, and so I'm going to do a quick unboxing and go through a little bit of my plans for a little Indomitus series on painting up the models from this. So obviously just got my box through today, and I have to say this box is much heavier than I expected it. It does have some hefty weight to it. So let's open this. Now obviously I've only seen as much as you guys. I haven't opened this yet. If I can open it, there we go. All I've seen is the same as what you guys have with the Games Workshop reveal. So anything in here is obviously fresh in my hands, new to me. So obviously we've got the piece of card protection cover for this that doubles as a piece of artwork. I'm probably going to see if I can get this framed. I have seen some guys that have done their unboxings and the sprues have pushed through the back and left indentations in the card, but I have to say that this one actually doesn't seem too bad. It's in pretty good condition. So a couple of little bumps there that probably smooth out a little bit. So yeah, I think I'll get that up on the wall. That's a nice bit of monochrome artwork there for the Blood Angels. So yeah, obviously that's that. Right, so going through the models here, we'll just quickly go through them. So obviously on here we've got what looks like the Primaris Captain on there, obviously his own sprue with the Necron Fallen, the choice of 3 heads. 3 heads, 2 heads, yep, 3 heads. So you've got choice of 3 heads. I will say that these guys, the idea for the videos is the army that I want to paint up is Dark Angels. So any Dark Angels fans out there, and hopefully you'll take a look and see what you think of my videos for that. So yeah, the idea for paint schemes is going to be the heroes and sort of special characters and stuff I'm going to do in a little bit more than parade ready. So using glazes, washes, you know, various techniques to paint these guys up in a little bit more detail than normal. And then when it comes to the basic troops, that will be battle ready, maybe toward parade ready. So, you know, a couple of washes, some dry brush and some edge highlighting. In terms of colour schemes, like I say, for Space Marines I'm going Dark Angels. For the Necrons, I'm not entirely set on a scheme yet. I'm liking the scheme on the side of the box art, the new army colour scheme that's come out, but I'm thinking of doing the carapace bits, the shoulder guards and things like that, maybe in some dark purples with some purple highlights, and then some aqua blue for the plasma glows instead of the greens. But I do like the sort of the bronzy copperish look with the silver on the metal itself. So let me know down in the comments below if you have any particular paint scheme you'd like me to paint up, and I can you know, take them into consideration or show you on a spare unit or something, or a spare model from this set in terms of the troops choices, and just paint one up quickly to show you how to do that. But as for the main characters themselves, they'll be painted in the colour scheme that I am looking forward to painting. So the second half of this sprue obviously is the one of the Space Marine, sorry, the Necron leader units. I'm not entirely sure on the names of all of these guys. Obviously they're all new models. So yeah, that's the first sprue. Then we have what do we have here? That would be the Primaris Lieutenant, I think, looking at that. So yeah, that's the Primaris Lieutenant. and then obviously we've got the Necron there with the double gauze weapon. Not sure what they're called anymore. It's been a while since I collected 40k. I think the last box that I bought was Dark Imperium, and then No Fear, just to paint up the models. But in terms of lore and things like that, I haven't actually played since just before Primaris Marines were introduced, which I think was with Dark Imperium, maybe the set after that. Like I say, I'm not entirely sure, but it was around 5th edition that I stopped playing. And then, like I say, 7th and 8th I bought the starter sets for, but just to paint up, not really to go into the lore of them. But that will change with this set, which is one of the reasons I bought this, because I know that the core rulebook, obviously bringing us up to the date lore for Indomitus, but also everything that's happened before then. So that will go from everything that I half remember to all the new changes, right up to everything that's happening now. Next up, we've got the bikes. I can't remember the exact name of these. I think they are Outriders. I may be wrong, but yeah, basically they're the new Primaris bikes, and I've got to admit, I do like the look of them. They do look better than the older bikes, and the wheels are no longer two-piece wheels. I don't know if that's a new thing with this, or if it's something that Primaris have done before, or since they've updated Space Marines. But it used to be two halves of a wheel that you would put together, and you would get this horrible join line right around the middle. Now these tyres, they do have a little bit of a mould line, but nothing that can't be removed easily. You know, there shouldn't be there's no filling or anything that is needed like the previous wheels. So I am happy about that. Right, so next up we have the set of 3. Is that a set of 3? No, that's a set of 5. So that's the Intercessor Squad. So obviously they've got the chainswords and the, I think it's a bolt pistol with these. So obviously don't need too much introduction to them. You guys know what they are. Then we've got the, go through this one. So we've got the first sprue of 10 Necron warriors with 2 scarabs, 3 scarabs, swarms. So obviously they've got the option of the 2 weapon choices here. I'm not entirely sure how I'll do those up yet. I'm thinking possibly 2 separate squads rather than a squad of 20. I'm thinking of having 2 squads of 10. I'm not much of a gamer these days, so my armies tend to be built up just for looks rather than playability. So obviously I know there's bunches of, you guys out there probably screaming, no, you want to set them up as 20s, get them as a large squads. But like I say, these are more for, these go on display or sold on. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about how they go together, but I will try and keep them, what should we call it, play legal. So, they can be used in a battle in games if I wanted to. Next up, we've got some more Necrons here. And these guys are the, what do they call them? The Scorfec Destroyers. So we've got 3 of these guys. What I will do for each of these is an assembly video, because apparently these guys are a little bit confusing to put together. Now, one thing I will say about all of this is they are snap fit models, no glue required, so they will go together nice and easy. Maybe a little bit of filing down, trimming down or whatever, but no glue required. So I will probably assemble the majority of these guys with a small amount of glue on the components that I want together, and then for the sake of painting pieces up separately before refitting, I'll just clip them together, snap fit them just to make sure that they line up and fit nicely when assembling. So yep, that's them guys there. Then we've got the other set of Necron warriors there. So exactly the same as before. There's the other sprue. It's an identical sprue, 10 warriors, 3 swarms, giving us a total of 20 warriors and 6 swarms. Then we've got the, what do we have on here that looks like it's part of the do we have? The crypto thralls down at the, or up at the top here. So we've got the crypto thralls here. The, looks like the weapon for the plasmancer. So I think that's him there, and part of him there. And then I can't remember the name of the large war machine, but that's up there. Just see if I can find it. I've got it on my phone here. A Canoptech Reanimator. So that's what we got here. And then on this sprue, we have got the Primaris Marines, and I think these guys are the, let's have a look. So we've got the Eradicator, yeah, we've got the plasma guns here, so we've got the Eradicators on there, which I believe comes as 3 of these guys. Then we've got the Blade Guard Ancient with his banner, and then the 3 Blade Guard guys there. The veterans, obviously they've got their shields, so that'll be their arms. And then I think somewhere on here we've got the Chaplain, and is he on here? Yep, the Judicar, which again I am looking forward to painting. As Primaris are only just being introduced into Dark Angels chapters, as far as I know with the lore, they haven't been allowed in them before. Colour schemes on these are going to be a little bit questionable. Obviously, in terms of the majority of them, it's going to be your typical Dark Angels greens. But I do know that some of them are being let into the elite squads, which means bone coloured armour. I'm going to do the bikes up as though they're Raven Wing, so they will be in blacks. And the Judicar, I'm thinking of doing him black armour with the cream coloured robe or cloak, and then the red inside, just like a lieutenant or something like that would have. So that's the a look at the sprues there, and going by the weight of all of that, it's not too bad. So I'm guessing the weight of this box is the core rulebook, and taking a look at that, that is one big guy. So here we have the Edge of Silence, which, as I understand it, I'll have a quick look. Oh, we also got the assembly guide on the back there. So the Edge of Silence is just the data sheets for each of the units. As far as I can tell, there isn't any mention of points in this, and so I'm assuming that they're going to be put into the codexes. So obviously Games Workshop being a little bit sneaky and trying to force us to buy some of them codexes, but they have just released their new app as well, which I'm assuming will give the points on there. Here we go. It does tell you the units that we've got here. Obviously got a little bit of details on them, a little bit of background and lore stuff there for the rise of them. So the Pariah Kingdom, or the Silent Kingdom, and the Pariah Nexus, Pariah Crusade, sorry, and yeah, the Pariah Nexus. So a little bit about the Necrons and stuff there. And then this big guy, now that is a thick old book. I think the last one that I had was maybe 2/3 the size of this. This is definitely a larger book than I've had before. It's a nice artwork on the front there. So we'll just quickly flick through this. So obviously the majority of the front section is background lore. We've got a nice little fold up section there, which is going to come in handy for me, as like I said, I haven't really bothered with 40k since 5th edition, with exception to Dark Imperium and the No Fear set, just for painting up a few models. So background lore I'm definitely behind on, so I will be going through this and catching up. Obviously this does go through some of what I do remember, bringing us right up to date with, so obviously we've got some chapters there, bringing us up to date with the armies. Oh, that's nice, didn't know that was in there. So we've got a nice little page saver there, that's pretty cool. So then we got obviously some background stuff on the different armies and things like that. Some nice artwork. Lost and the Damned. So you've got Chaos Demons. Like I say, a huge section of this book is just background lore and, you know, fluff on the various races and armies. I would say, right, so if we've got page 195 here, which means we are nearly 200 pages of background stuff, and there's 390 odd pages, I think it was, or 367 pages with a few extra behind that, so probably just over 370 pages, which puts us at half the book, or more than half the book, is lore and background stuff and army stuff, and then the rest of it is obviously the rules and campaign stuff, things like that. Now what I do like about the rules is the way that they've done these little hot boxes. So if you're not sure on a rule, rather than reading through the whole rule, you can just grab up a quick reference and sort of a keynote for the rules. And if you're still not sure, if it's still, you know, a little bit unclear, then you can just read through the rule and get the exact information you want. It's a nice little addition to the rules there, from what I remember anyway. So obviously we're going through now the rules. We've got a couple of example armies here. Dark Angels. These guys look quite shiny. I'm not into the shiny look for Dark Angels. I prefer the darker look to them. But that may just be that he's glossed over them with a gloss varnish. I prefer the more matte look, but that is just personal preference. And then what was the other army that we had here? It's obviously Battle Forged armies. I thought I saw another one. Ah, there we go. Thousand Suns. So a couple of example armies and stuff there. And going through terrain rules. And then we got a section on open play. So obviously match play and the different rules for that, as well as setups and missions and stuff. And then I think we go on to data cards, requisition points. So yeah, this is all the campaign stuff, crusade play and things like that. So yeah, crusade cards and everything else. Crusade mission pack. Obviously you guys that are buying this, you'll be able to go through and look in more detail, just having a quick flick through. So we've got the blast weapons, some rare rules, and then onto the glossary at the back there, finishing with some nice artwork. So nice book, definitely a bit chunky. Then all that's left is the transfer sheet for the Space Marines, so obviously various armies, and then just a little flyer here for Gav Thorpe's new book, Indomitus, which obviously ties in with this and sets us up for the game, which I think I probably will buy. I do like Gav Thorpe's books, his 40k books, so I'll probably pick that up and take a look at that. And then all that's left in here is just some bases on either side for the models, so lots of bases. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I say, it's just a quick one. This is coming up 20 minutes now. Just a little short video on the introduction to this, as well as the upcoming videos for painting these guys up. If you're interested in that, if you're not already, then hit that subscribe button and ding that bell, and you'll get notifications of when new videos go up. I'm not exactly sure on a date release for Indomitus videos yet. It may be somewhere between Thursdays and Saturdays. And then obviously I have my Mortal Realms Mondays every Monday, so you'll get notifications for that as well. If you're not following that, then go and take a look at the the videos there for that. To you guys that are following that, I have managed to sort out with Hatchet Partworks on getting up to date with my subscription. I was a month behind. They've allowed me to buy the latest 4 issues, and they're going to skip them on my next delivery and instead deliver the issues that everybody else that's up to date will be getting. So they've allowed me to buy issues 19 to 22, which is what most people have just received, and then my next official delivery, or my next scheduled delivery, will be issues 23 to 26, and they're now shipping me out 19 to 22. So the next few weeks, obviously once I get that, we'll be getting double Mortal Mondays. So I'll be doing 2 magazines and 2 painting videos to try and bring us up to date a little bit quicker with those. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and let me know down in the descriptions if there's any particular paint schemes or army colours or any other future videos you would like to see from me. I'm always happy to take recommendations on videos, you know, see what you guys want to see, and then I can you know, get some ideas for future videos. So until next time, take it easy and paint those minis.